What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 13, and this episode is titled Holt-ing Court, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into this episode review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing in the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let us discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville, shall we? All right, you guys, so before we go ahead and get into the review, you guys, please do me a solid favor and go check out the live that I did of Love and Marriage Detroit on the channel. Now, however, it is demonetized, but it is what it is. I really don't care at this point. But hey, we're going to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So before we start this episode up, because it started up with Maurice, so let's go ahead and just get into Mighty Mouse, Church Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Master Splinter. What else do I want to call him? Master Splinter, Chuck E. Cheese. Let's get into this mother real quick, right? So you guys know Carlos does his podcast, and he, after the episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Bell Collective, he talks to a cast member, right? So last Saturday, after the episode aired, he released his podcast with Maurice. And you guys know, for a long time I have been defending Maurice. I had always said that I thought Maurice was a good guy, right? Maurice now, to me, is lower than his brother Marceau. Maurice is a piece of SHIT. I'm going to play for you guys this clip from Carlos and Maurice. Take a listen.
Are you that much of a sexual person to where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you?
There's a difference between wants and needs, all right? And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. What Kimmy is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and
we're going to talk about this.
Fakes it all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she didn't desire.
Oh, you.
Right? So I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. As difficult as it may seem,
he is
disgusting.
All
feel that we would be better people and say, "Oh no, I don't."
You don't
or need sex.
You don't need
or
it.
However long it takes for you to recover, but we then live in reality where that's not true.
I want to ask you this.
When
you say you need sex, now
why do you need it?
Obviously, there's things we need. We need oxygen. We need water. There's certain things we need in order to be able to live a healthy life.
Live in general.
Why do you need sex?
You don't need
I need sex like Carlos needs mess.
So, let's delve into that, shall we? So, he says that he needs sex. That sounds like you might have an addiction to sex and you might want to go get that checked out, right? So, the issue that I have with that is the fact that your wife, the woman that you vowed through sickness and in health to death do us part, your wife is battling breast cancer. They are pumping poison into her body. Chemo and radiation, that is poison. It is not something that is going to help her body. That is poison to kill the cancerous cells. But you piece of shit, you need sex. No, what you need in order to live is water, you need oxygen, and you need food. Those are the three things that you need in life in order to survive. You do not need sex. You can wait to have sex. If it's that deep, go buy a sex toy. Go buy what they call a fleshlight. Buy a fleshlight. Put it on your Johnson and go to town on it. Or better yet, go get some lotion, go get some lube, go in the bathroom. Do something. Do something. Go in the bathroom and go to town on your Johnson. But you don't want sex. You need sex. You need it. You need it. you would need to get out of my face with that. Oh, but again, the thing that's blowing me with this church mouse looking mother is the fact that your wife is going through a battle with cancer. Once again, they are pumping poison into her body. That poison is making her sick. Chemo and radiation is nothing that anybody really wants to go through. They do it because they want the cancerous cells out of their bodies. But you want your wife, who is sick to the stomach, in pain, to lay in bed on her back and let you do your business on her. Oh my God, when I saw that, I was disgusted and repulsed. The fact that he can literally say it's not that I want sex, I need sex. So what'll happen if you don't get sex? Are you gonna shrivel up? Is your dick gonna fall off? I wish it would. Honestly, wish it would. Honestly, I wish he would Lorena Bobbitt your ass. I really wish he would do that. Just get a big old, KNIFE and just slice. Because really, like, he needs sex? No. And then oh God, like, like, I get disgusted, like, listening to that. I just really get disgusted hearing that. You don't need sex, sir. You are a man of a certain age. So I'm assuming that you have kids. So you've had plenty of sex. So what's a few months without sex? Again, go in the bathroom. Go to a bookstore. Go anywhere. Go to a bookstore. Go get a toy. Go get some lotion, lube, petroleum jelly. Go get anything. Put it in your palm. Just slap it in your palm. Grab it. Get your hand like this. Go down there and just pop, and boom, you have exploded. What's so hard about that? What's so hard about that? Like, you're selfish. You're a selfish individual that you don't give a damn about the fact that your wife is literally sick. Your wife is dealing with either I'm going to live or I'm going to die. Because when it comes to cancer, there's no happy medium. Either I'm going to beat the cancer or I'm not going to beat the cancer. There's no happy medium with the cancer. But for you to selfishly think about only yourself and your needs, that is despicable, deplorable, and is like, But you could tell that in that episode when she was talking about that she was faking it, you could literally tell that he didn't care about anything besides the fact that she was faking it. Like, are you serious? A cancer patient. Once again, a cancer patient, someone that is dealing with life and their mortality is in the hands of this foreign object that is inside of their body. And all you care about is your needs and your want. Well, yeah, your needs. I said it right. Your needs, not her needs. Her necessities are the basic necessities: oxygen, water, and food. And she has a new necessity of getting this cancer out of her body so that she can live her life. That is now a necessity for her. But your necessity is, I want to have sex with you whenever I want to. So even if you tell me that you're sick and you're throwing up, I don't give a damn because I want to have sex with you. Like, you are basically using her as a human mattress at this point. Because that's all she seems to be at this point for you, is a human mattress or a human fleshlight. Go to a store, go to one of those adult themed stores and buy, like go get a blow up doll, go get whatever your heart desires. Go get it and do it with that every single night until your wife is back to normal health. Like, Maurice is a disgusting toad. He's a disgusting frog. he's a disgusting little rat is what he is, because he looks like a god. Ooh, I'm not gonna let him get my blood pressure up. But yeah, I want you guys to just tell me how y'all felt about that, because we opened the episode up with him and Kimmy, and I still feel how I felt last week about him. I really only feel like Maurice, when it comes down to the situation with Kimmy and Kiowa, I really feel like he's only doing this because he wants to be the savior in this situation. He wants to say, oh, Kimmy and Kiowa, they've been having issues with each other for years because of our relationship. And I've said this numerous times before, and I'm going to say it again. When it comes to Kimmy and Maurice and Kiowa, I don't think he was completely honest with either Kiowa or with Kimmy, right? He may have been saying that the relationship was over to, Kimmy, and it might have been over, right? But, sometimes these men like to go back and deal with the ex right before they finally call it quits. That's what I feel like with Maurice, because it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and I really honestly don't care. I know Kimmy has talked about the fact that people call her side chick, right? I've never said that Kimmy was a side chick, and I still don't think that Kimmy was a side chick. I think that, the relationship might have been over, but I think Maurice might have been giving, he's one with words. So I think Maurice may have been saying one thing to Kimmy and saying another thing to Kiowa. Even if the divorce papers were, drawn and whatnot, I still feel like he may have been trying to pacify so that he can get his way when it comes to his, with Maurice Jr. That's my personal opinion. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We're going to pause here and we're going to move forward, you guys. All right, guys. Next up, we got Letitia. So we see Letitia. So Letitia is doing a photo shoot with Macy and Mila. I think that's their baby's name. I could be wrong. But she's doing a photo shoot with her daughters, right? So they have their own hair care line. And I was like, okay, Tisha, I actually really like that. Like, come on. Baby entrepreneurs in the making. I like it. And they look beautiful with the photo shoot. So Kiki came down, and Tisha is telling Kiki that, she's going to be going to Mobile, Alabama. She's going to be getting the key to the city, and, she is going to be the grand marshal in a parade. So she asked Kiki, will she have time to come? And Kiki said yes. Now, later on in the episode, we found out that wasn't true, right? Because Kiki and Tisha met up, and she was getting her hair braided, right? So Kiki tells Tisha that, so Kiki had texted Tisha and told her, I guess she couldn't find a rental car. And Tisha felt like that was a bit of an excuse. And Kiki says, no, it wasn't an excuse. She really couldn't find a car. Y'all let me know if y'all believe that or not. Which, actually, I do believe it. I actually do believe Kiki, right? Because if you try to get a rental car last minute, it's 9 times out of 10 not gonna go the way that you want it to go, right? Because I've worked in car rental, so I know that that's probably true. Because if you book a reservation the day of and then come and expect to get a car, it's gonna depend on the availability. So I do believe her, right? So she told Tisha that she'll be there for whatever else she got coming up. So Tisha told her about the Black Business Expo, and she said she'll be there. Then I was kind of confused in this scene. So is Kiki going through withdrawals? Because she came in there sweating. At first I was thinking maybe she was going through menopause, but I'm like, she don't look that old to be going through menopause. But then I was like, then she started talking about, her doing the outpatient for rehab. So I was like, is she going through withdrawals? And then I was thinking to myself, well, how long ago was it that she went to rehab? Like, I was a little confused. So if you guys want to fill in the blanks there, let me know in the comment section below, and we'll pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So we wrapping this episode up. Actually, before I wrap the episode up, I wanted to briefly touch on Kimmy and Kiowa meeting up. Honestly, I don't know what Kimmy is expecting from Kiowa. I know that Kiowa has been on the show and she's made her little digs at Kimmy, but honestly, I just don't know what Kimmy is expecting from Kiowa. I don't know if she wants an apology or if she wants her to say that you weren't the side chick. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, I feel like Maurice may have been saying and doing different things to both women, but ultimately I do believe that he was done in his marriage with Kiowa. And the only person who needs to clear that up, that Kimmy wasn't the side chick, is unfortunately Mighty Mouse, Church Mouse, Master Splinter, Mickey Mouse, Chuck E. Cheese. That's the only person who really needs to clear that up. And I don't think he's ever going to clear it up. And I think if he's never going to clear it up, I think Kimmy just needs to accept that. So to wrap up the episode, let's talk about Mel and Martell. Honestly, you guys, I could really have done without Mel and Martell in this episode. I've said it numerous times before, and I'll say it again. With Mel and Martell, I really think that for the sake of their children, I think that they need to get on the same page with each other, right? You don't have to like each other. You don't have to be each other's best friend or anything like that. But to have a healthy and productive, co-parenting relationship for your children so that your children can see some sense of normalcy in their lives, you two have to get on the same page with each other. And with Mel, I know that Mel probably still harbors some resentment, some hurt feelings from Martell's infidelities, right? I know she probably does. And much like with Martell being in therapy, I do believe Mel needs to be in therapy as well, because I just don't see that she's moved forward and she's healed from this situation. She says she can always say that, but I don't believe she is. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with the fact that she's not. That's why I say I feel like Mel needs to sit down with someone and just have a conversation. Because damn. I mean, Jesus. You just walking hard as hell across the floor. I feel like somebody finna walk through my damn ceiling. Back to what I was saying. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear that loud thumping or not, but it is very, very loud. But back to what I was saying. Mel, I don't have an issue if she's still harboring any resentment or anything. I just think that for her to, be effective and, have a healthy relationship to co-parent for her kids, I think that she does need to sit down with somebody and just release all of that hurt, right? Now, the thing that I did miss was when she and Kimmy went out to a spa. Now, it wasn't the kind of spa that Kimmy thought that they were going to go to, right? But they had a good time, right? So, Kimmy filled Mel in about what's going on with Maurice and little Maurice and Jalen, right? And here's the thing with that. With Maurice is much like his brother. Maurice feels like there are certain things that a man should do and there are certain things that a woman should do. And when it comes down to having Maurice Jr. do the chores around the house, Maurice feels like that shouldn't be something that he does. He feels like that's something that Kimmy should do. But I get where Kimmy comes from. That's not my son. He is my stepchild, but you're his parent. So you need to discipline him and talk to him and do those things with him, not me. Honestly, I couldn't be involved with Maurice. I would pull all of my hair out, and wherever he got hair on his body, I'd pull that too. That'd be the first that I would pull. I would pull all the hair off of his body, then come to mine and pull my hair, right? So, like I said, I've already talked about Mel and Martell. So, like I said, I really just want them to be able to work together. It's not for you two, it's for the sake of your children. So I think if they can figure out a way to peacefully coexist, and this is more so for Martell, stop taking the low blows that he does. The things that like Martell does, sneaky, underhanded, and lowball things, right? Like I said previously, I'm not gonna talk about what has been in the blogs over the last month or so. I'm not going to talk about that because it's not on the show. Now, if it does come to the show, hopefully, when it comes to the show, I'm done reviewing the show because this is my last season. But it always seems like maybe, they can work things out, but then he does something shady and underhanded. And it's just like, dude, why do you still, like, that's my issue when it comes to Martell. It seems like Martell tries to do things to come at Mel. And I'm not sitting here saying that Mel is perfect, because she's not. But a lot of the things that, like I said, the thing that I'm not talking about, I think is reprehensible, and I think is disgusting as hell, right? The revenge, P.O., you know the rest. So I'm just not going to talk about that. And I just don't agree with it. But like I said, if they can get on the same page with each other, I think that they could be, things could work smoothly for the sake of the children. So we see as Mel stopped by the Fletchers. Now this is what I thought was kind of a low blow. Martell. So Martell had the Fletcher subpoena to court. He had his mom's, he had everybody subpoena to court. And I was like, wow. And then we see Martell with his mama, right? So Martell was upset with his mom because I guess she didn't say the things that he wanted her to say in court. And it's like, so you wanted your mama to perjure herself and then go to jail for you? Like, and here's my issue with Miss Marlene. Miss Marlene is never able to hold Martell accountable for the things that he does. She always pacifies him, and that irritates my spirit with her. Like, lady, why do you? I get that he's your son, but he's not your only son. But you pacify the hell out of him, right? Then she's talking about she don't understand why they were in court. Ma'am, your son is the reason y'all were in court. Like, everything that is basically, your son is the one that took Melody to court. I don't remember her taking him to court. And if she did, I could be, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, it was Martell that wanted to go to court and wanted to go for full custody of the kids. Like, what? This show, like I said about Love and Marriage in Detroit, I feel like the Love and Marriage franchise, actually now, no, scratch that, Carlos King's production, he finds the most toxic men that he can, like, these men are toxic. Like, Martell is a piece of SHIT, Maurice is a piece of SHIT, Marceau is a piece of SHIT, Brandon on Love and Marriage Detroit is a piece of shit. I think Anthony is a piece of shit too on Detroit, and Russell. I think all six of them, and then you add Cliff and Glendale from Bell Collective, all pieces of SHIT. All of them around the board are, and with DC, I don't have an issue with the guys on DC. I think that they say things that I don't agree with, but that's just randomness, right? I don't know what word I'm trying to use. That's just nothing, right? Because I don't really see Jamie and Quick really gaslighting Ashley and Arena. I don't. I know people might say something about Jamie, but I just think that I don't feel that Jamie, because I know people tried to put the abusive title on Jamie. I think Jamie, and I've said this, I think Jamie and I think Quick are good guys. Now, can they be annoying as hell? Absolutely, right? Absolutely, they're a little annoying. But yeah, you guys, I ain't got much else for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like I said, I'm just ready for this. I'm ready for this ish to wrap up, because I'm just over this season and I don't want to come back. Like, I'm done. But yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I know that this review probably wasn't the best, but hey, it is what it is, you guys. I'm struggling to get through these episodes. This season 6, it ain't really been that good. Can we be honest about that? It ain't been that good. But hey, and Carlos likes to talk about other reality shows like Real Housewives of Atlanta, Potomac, and the rest. But your show is no better, sir. But yeah, you guys, drop down in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys, and until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I will see you guys later on. Actually, I won't see you guys again until tomorrow, which is Monday. Now I don't know if I actually got to go look and see if Love and no. What's tomorrow? Nothing. I don't know if I'm gonna see. Well, Black Ink Crew comes on tomorrow, but I'm not really sold on reviewing that. If I do review it, you guys will get it live. But I'll see you guys maybe Tuesday for Love and. Well, Tuesday's a holiday. I don't know when I'm gonna see you guys again, but I'll see you guys for something. Bye, guys.